Let's see if it chokes on itself again. What was I streaming last? Jin, yes, Jin. That is when Twitch was having a fit, and I had to lower my bitrate by like a half, I guess, twice? A half. For it to stop dropping frames and being in the red, and now I think it's all fine. And it says live where it matters, so I'm gonna go. Last week I did not actually, well actually I'm just gonna write this out. Last week I didn't mention the DDLC streams here, but this week I will. I just want to have everyone. There we go. Like a half-assed notification in the Discord, because I know no one was actually come here for, well, immediately 2 people, but I don't know if it's from there. No one who actually came for this game is in the Discord. No one in the Discord wants to see the Natsuki around, because the one person who would watch the DLC in the Discord is a big Yuri simp, and you know. But it kind of liberates you when you don't have to expect your community to arrive. Right. Ah, I remember. I actually don't remember what exactly happened just prior to this whole thing. We had the Christmas party. I guess that... was that the last thing? No, there was some sort of dinner date, I guess. Probably after Christmas. Nothing drastic. I don't remember if we've had any choices with Natsuki so far. There was the one thing about thievery, but I don't remember if it was in this chapter or before. Anyway, let's go ahead and just proceed. Start progressing. My cursor, I'm gonna push it off. A ring! A ring! Come on, Natsuki, pick up. Oh, I'm calling her. Right. See, I don't have a smartphone. I don't know if there's a different interface, UI, when you're calling someone on, or when they're calling you. Ring, ring. Hello? Hey, are you late or something? Yeah, just give me a minute. Late? I guess it's good, like in a little day in media res, yes, where it didn't say what was gonna happen this day, I don't think. It just started with the call, and they're gonna now explain. I'm only like a block away. Alright. See you soon. Bye. Click. Yes. Call ended. Yes. Alright, well, at least she's close. Natsuki wanted to head to the park. There we go. There's the explanation. Just to keep up the excitement, you know, they don't just like linearly explain, narrate things. She said she's always wanted to go on a hike during the winter. Really now? Well, she's my kind of, again, you know, there's things that I prefer or kind of like agree with Yuri and Natsuki differently, but hiking in the winter, despite how much I used to go to the park, I've never gone in the winter. What an idiot. Although I've always thought about it. Well, I always enjoyed hiking with Sayori, so I have no doubts they won't be... Okay, I'm pretty sure this is miswritten, and it should said, I have no doubts they will be fun. It's like it says, I don't have any thoughts that today won't be fun. Yeah, makes more sense. Oh, hey there. Hmm. Oh, hi. Oh, there's a question. Surely you would recognize her voice by now. I thought it was one of my classmates, the side characters that this mod introduces. I lean in for a quick kiss, but Natsuki puts her hand up. Not now, dummy. Sorry. Ah, but she did smile. Come on, we don't have all day. Let's get going. Right behind you. Did I read? Yeah, I totally read her in my regular voice. So, whatever. Maybe I should just read everyone in the regular voice. Natsuki starts walking and I can't help but feel a little bit hurt. Poor baby. Last week we literally made out outside of a restaurant, but now she doesn't want a quick peck? Peck? So, you ever gone hiking in the snow? Nope, can't say I have. Neither have I. But, you know, broadening your horizons is nice. Why'd you suggest it anyway? I just felt like it. Anything wrong with that? Wow, she's really worried. Not at all. It gets me out of the house, and I've never been to the park in winter, so it'll be a new experience for the both of us. Yeah, it'll be awesome. I can't believe some people who get snow don't like snow. What the hell is up with that? Before we go, do you mind if I grab something from there? I point to a small convenience store coming up on the path. Ooh. I won't be long. Okay, but hurry up. What's up with that reaction? Suspicious. We step inside and I'm immediately hit by a wave of warm air. I glance at the store owner as I walk past him towards the aisle. Or maybe, is this... I hope this is not where she works or anything. Actually, it could be where she works. He's old, maybe late 50s, with white hair and a large white beard. Looking at his black glasses, I notice a slight sense of recognition in his eyes. I know the last time I came here was when Natsuki and I got bentos. Maybe not, because I guess then he would have reacted. That was all the way back in the fall, right after the festival. After finding my way to the candy aisle, I grab a chocolate bar, pay, and head outside. Also, I wonder if Natsuki's dad is gonna have an actual portrait or anything. This is exactly what I needed, milk chocolate, always reliable. Yuri's route didn't get any extra character, but I mean, that makes sense. She didn't really have anyone else associated with her. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Natsuki take out what looks like a protein bar. Hey, where'd you get that? I bought it. Ah, yeah, there we go. She's like, I don't steal anymore. But you weren't tapped by the cashier when I checked out, and you came out like 10 seconds after me. You stole that, didn't you? Natsuki, I'm literally right here. If you need something, just ask me. I can handle myself, okay? I don't need your help. Listen, I get you're an independent person. Uh-oh, I smell a choice incoming again. And I get you want to deal with your problems on your own, but that doesn't make it okay to steal from an old man. You said you were alright with it. No, I said I understood why you did it originally. I also said you should only do it as a last resort. And considering I was right there, I don't think it was a last resort. Why do you care so much, huh? You say you want to help me, but then you yell at me when I try to eat. Natsuki, you stole, you committed a crime. I'm not just gonna let that slide if I could have helped you. Come on. Where are we going? Back to the store so I can pay for those protein bars. What? No way. Do you really want this eating at you your entire life? Guilt never goes away. If we don't do this now, you'll regret it your entire life. Well, I mean, she might. You don't even have to say anything. I'll do all the talking. Fine. We turn around and head back towards the store. Excuse me, mister? Yes. My girlfriend took these without paying for them. I place the protein bars on the counter and watch as his eyes widen. I'd like to apologize and pay for them, sorry. He turns to Natsuki. So it was you! You're the one who's been stealing from me? I gave old man the Natsuki voice, but I guess whatever. I'm sorry, okay? Sorry doesn't make up for what you stole from me. I don't remember what the choice was last time, but I feel like I've chosen the not too like restrictive choice, because I wonder if it influenced this scene and this now is going to be like a disaster. Hey, please, let's all remain calm. The old man looks at me with an icy glare. I feel a bed of sweat, bead of sweat run down my forehead. I can pay whatever she owes. 5,000 or 5,500 yen up front. What? I turn towards Natsuki. You sold 5,500 yen worth of stuff? Isn't that not very much? Yes, I did, and I hate myself for it. So stop yelling at me. Enough yelling! Do I have 55 yen? No. I guess I have to call the police. He begins to reach for the phone. Wait! Yes, I can work off what she owes. His hand moves away from the phone slightly as he raises an eyebrow. Oh, you can? Yes, do you need like a cashier or something? As a matter of fact, puts both of his hands on the counter. I do. What are your hours? What am I doing? What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? I nervously look around at Natsuki, but she's refusing to my eye contact. Hopefully this is not like a guilt tripping and destroys our relationship. I take a deep breath. I can work in the afternoon and evening on weekdays and whenever on the weekend. He silently considers my offer. I can feel beads of sweat, beads, trickle down the back of my neck. Very well. You start on Monday, 3 p.m. Yes, sir, thank you. You can go now. Well, that was fucking easy. Just never go into this one again and it'll be all fine. I nod my head and motion for Natsuki to follow me. Wait, one more... Oh, shit. One more thing. Yes? Give me your phone number and... okay. That way I have something to give to the police if you don't show up. Yes, sir. He pulls out a sheet of paper and a pen from under the counter. I put down my info and walk out the store. Though then again, we could have given him fake info. But who wants to fool a poor old man? Well, that was interesting. I ruined today, I'm sorry. I sigh with my... No, I spy, not I sigh. I sigh. Well, I'm not going to lie. Stealing was a pretty stupid thing to do. Having said that, I'm sorry for getting mad. I just don't do anything that dumb again, okay? Don't be an absolute total moron when I'm around. Are you mad at me? No. I don't know. I just want to go home. I understand. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks for putting up with all this. Huh? Nothing. Natsuki quickly darts off in the opposite direction. Yeah, I mean, a hike in the park would have been awkward after all that. I mean, I don't know. I lack the social experience with this kind of situation to guess if it could have been resolved. I am never awkward with people. I am just a perfect socializer. I don't get into problems. And I'll associate with people who get into problems. Natsuki quickly darts off in the opposite direction, which means everyone, because everyone gets the problems. I can't believe that I just signed up to pay off her debts. Just like that. It feels like the last 10 minutes occurred in the space of like 10 seconds. That like didn't need to be there. This is way too like regular speech writing for narration. Everything about today has just been weird, but maybe I'm nitpicking. I need some time to myself, to think, to meditate. Wow, that went by really fast. That sounds like overall a good choice, though. Compared to, oh, I skipped. Compared to whatever the other choice was and the actual choice, I remember feeling it was really dreadful, though I don't remember what it actually was. Was it just like, yeah, still what you want? Or if it was just like, no, never again, or I'm gonna kick your ass. Well, here we are, Valentine's Day. Not gonna lie, I've been looking forward to this day for a while. There's two main reasons, the first being presents, and the second being spending time with Natsuki. Of course, the more girls who give me presents, the more presents I have to buy for White Day. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So I'm kind of like absorbing by, whatchamacallit, osmosis, cultural osmosis, the Japanese thing. So as far as I can gather, on Valentine's Day it's girls who give presents, and on White Day it's the other way around, it's the payment, the payback. And apparently girls just keep making fucking chocolates for everyone, but different kinds, like shitty chocolates for friends and co-workers. I don't know. Anyway, it just so happens that Valentine's Day falls on a Sunday this year, which means Natsuki and I can spend the day together, free from the disasters of... What disaster? Distractions of school. I'm projecting a little bit. Speaking of which, I'm still shaking up by what happened yesterday at the store. Natsuki and I didn't text at all after it all went down, so either it'll come up in conversation today, or we're just gonna pretend it didn't happen. Either way, I start work tomorrow. Let's just hope my last day of freedom goes well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Ring! Well, hopefully that's her. Where's my mother in all of this? I wonder if, I mean, she will find out as soon as I'm not home. Be right there. I take one last quick look in the mirror, and once I'm satisfied, I head downstairs. Maybe I should go for a kiss or something. Ah, screw it. I open the door and start to lean out, but I suddenly jump in surprise. Sayori! Hi, Antroid. Happy Valentine's Day. She steps inside and holds out a box of chocolates, which I quickly recognize as obligation chocolate. Speaking of chocolate, I should probably be the annoying food eater on stream kind of person and just like chew on some chocolate. Ah yes, that popcorn flavor. Yes, wow, that's exactly what I described. I am so knowledgeable about other cultures. A type of chocolate that girls give to male friends or co-workers. No, Sayori, this is great. I'm your friend. Thank you so much for playing my game. I wrap my arms around her. Oh, you're welcome, silly. Oh. So, do you want to come inside and hang out for a bit? Really? Gee, we haven't had one-on-one time in a while. Definitely. I feel like Sayori's voice... Yuri's was the easiest, but Sayori is gonna become pretty natural because it's just like a slightly excited Antroid voice. I step to the side as Sayori walks through the door and goes into the kitchen. I follow close behind her. Not much has changed in here, has it? Not really, no. It's still just me here. Mom's out on business. Did she leave? I thought that she stayed longer. I guess she left. Does she come home at all? Whenever she can, G. She was here for Christmas. Oh, makes sense. Right. This is 2 months after Christmas. Obviously, she left. I forgot when she was. Because for Christmas, she wasn't really here either for the party. Or that was a New Year party. Did she come for like 2 days? Or up to 4? Most of the time, though, I'm all alone. Yo, Antroid. It's not that bad, Sayori. Don't worry. I have internet. You sure? I hate to see you be alone. It's fine, trust me. Besides, lately I've been needing time to myself to think, to do about things. The best thing to think about is think. Well, the best thing is think now. It doesn't sound very nice. It's nothing bad, honestly. It's just something I've got to sort out on my own. Yeah, I can relate. There's things I've been thinking about too. They're not important though. Oh, Sayori, that's why I'm leaving you for last. By which I mean for canon. Everyone's got their own things to worry about, I guess. Yeah. But hey, if you need some help, I'll be glad to lend a hand. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's probably not something I can lend a hand with. But only if you let me help you. Haha, gee, sure, it's a deal. Good. No, that voice is kind of annoying even to me. I can't help but smile at Sayori. No matter what, she's always there, and she's always smiling. Do you want some food? Sure, what do you have? 1 sec. I walk over to the fridge, pull out a bento box, and place it down on the counter. I went and got some earlier, because I was secretly hoping you'd drop by so we could hang out. That's a lie. I only got 2 bento boxes, one for Natsuki and I. I'm giving her mine because I don't want her to feel bad about taking my food. Which I don't really mind, but regardless. Go, Antroid. She wraps her arms around me tightly. You're a good friend. Maybe that's the better voice. I return the hug. So are you, Sayori? We stand like this for a little bit, and then Natsuki comes in. I'm so distracted by Sayori that I don't hear my door open. Oh, shit, I was correct. Sayori? Antroid? What are you doing? Natsuki, it's, not what it looks like. Oh yeah? Then what is it then, huh? I'm sorry, Natsuki. I was the one who hugged him first. It's my fault. I knew you two were dating, yet I still overstepped my boundaries. Sayori, it's... Natsuki sighs heavily. I just want to spend some time with Antroid. Alone. Well, it's alright, she can stay. What? Not on Sayo. What? It's Valentine's Day, I should be allowed to want to hang out with my 2 favorite people. Besides, I promised Sayori I'd let her bake cookies or something with us. Is that alright with you, Natsuki? Natsuki sighs and throws me what I am certain is a scowl, but before I can even read her features, it's already gone. I hope she does not interpret this as me getting colder to her because of yesterday. Fine. Really? Thanks so much, Natsuki, you're the best. Sayori leans in to hug Natsuki, but she quickly pushes her away. It's pretty clear that this isn't what she had in mind for the day, but seeing the look on Sayori's face, I don't know if I really could have taken no for an answer. Hey, no hugs! You know I hate hugs. Sorry. Right, well, this is awkward. Gotta change the subject, get everyone on the same page. So, who wants to make cookies? Me? Oh, fine. This is the spirit. What kind of cookies are we making? Depends on what kinds of ingredients I have. I have fish. And I have... No, rice cookies probably are a thing. Jeez, I should really keep a better inventory of my pantry. Inventor of my pantry. I know I have chocolate chips somewhere. Who just has chocolate chips, honestly? I mean, whose girlfriend bakes, I guess he would have. If we can find brown sugar and flour, we can make chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, that sounds good. You'll also need eggs. I have some in the fridge. And frosting? Well, I still have the stuff from when you and I made the Halloween cookies. Holy shit, that... yeah. Probably expired, but now? I'll take my chances. Have fun getting food poisoning? Yeah, it's not the first time. Let's see here. Wait. What? If we're making chocolate chip cookies, why do we need frosting? Fair point. Why didn't I think of that? What? Nothing. Chocolate chip cookies with frosting. Genius. Let's just make cookies already. Alright. We need a recipe. Luckily, I memorized a pretty good chocolate chip cookie recipe, so we're good. Wow, you memorized it? You must be a really good cook, Natsuki. Oh, it's actually really easy to memorize recipes. You just have to cook them a lot. True, fair. Anyway, we need butter, salt, brown sugar, flour, granulated sugar, and egg. What else? Alright, an egg was already there, baking soda and chocolate chips. Unless there's 2 eggs. Well, I know I have light brown sugar, flour, and then egg. Not so sure about everything else, though. I'll look over there, over here. Sarah points to the cupboards on the other side of the kitchen. Alright, I look here then. Grab everything and put it on the stove. I hear ya. Natsuki, is all-purpose flour, okay? Yep, put it on the stove. That's probably my favorite Sayori face, by the way. Sayori and I spent a couple more minutes getting all the ingredients and utensils. Alright, do we have everything? Just because, I don't know, it kinda looks like one she wouldn't fake. It's like genuine confusion. Alright, Antroid, do you have the vanilla extract? Yucks, mad, too much vanilla extract. Yep, right here. Good, and what about the butter? It's right here. No, I mean, what type of butter is it? There's different types of butter? Fair question. I only know there's butter and then there's margarine. And I guess I know one exact type of butter that I don't mind, and the others are kind of bittery. But I don't really consume butter at all, so it's usually my father's leftover butter for like a year in the freezer. That's his size. Does it say unsalted or salted on the label? I was about to make a sort of a face of recognition, but then I realized I don't actually recognize that butter could have been salted or unsalted. It says salted, is that bad? No, it just means we'll need less table salt. About a fourth less to be exact, considering the recipe uses half a cup. So we'll need a 4/30 teaspoon of salt. How do you measure 4/30 teaspoon? Someone remember that? Also, aren't teaspoons pretty different? And do you do with like a little mound or not? I was never really in the know on how to measure, you know, these spoons or cups or anything, because they're all fucking different. Or at least I have different teaspoons. Maybe some of them aren't teaspoons and it's different cups. I'll try. You better. Anyway, let's get cooking. Good looking? Yes. Are they done yet? I'm starving. Almost, like another minute or two. Then they have to cool. Then we have to put in the other tray. Yeah, cause your oven is so small. Hey, it's only me living here at the moment. Also, don't remark on the size of a man's oven. That's inappropriate. No doubt. So, what do we do while we wait? I don't know. Twister? Read any good books lately? I actually wonder if this is actually read and not read. I always assumed it was read any good books lately. No. Alright. Well, you uncultured swine, I'm gonna talk to Sayori now. I'm gonna talk to Sayori. Conversation trails off, leaving us in an awkward silence. No one says a word till the timer goes off. Sarah and I take the cookies out of the oven and put them on top of the tray to cool. Wow, they look so good! Can I have one? Do you want your tongue to get burned? They're almost 180 degrees. That's backwards. Do you want to be backwards? Yo. Just put the other tray in. Here, I'll do it. I put the second tray of cookies into the oven. How long do they need to be in there? 15 minutes. Why would you ask again? Didn't you already have the first one? Alright, let me set the timer. I reach into my pocket to grab my phone. To my surprise, I don't feel it in there. I check my other pocket to no avail. Crap, my phone's upstairs. 1 sec. Uh-oh. They're gonna fight while I'm not here. Around the stairway and go into my room. Ah, there it is. Seriously though, how did he do the first tray without setting a timer? Maybe Natsuki's internal clock? I don't know. There it is, sitting on my desk. I turn it on as soon as I pick it up. There's a text from Natsuki. Uh-oh. On my way. Sent 40 minutes ago. Maybe if I had my phone with me, I wouldn't have been caught with my pants down. In the figurative sense, of course. I'm just giving Sayori a hug. We're best friends, so we can do that, right? I start to walk downstairs, but I hear Natsuki and Sayori having a conversation. I hear my name, which inclines me to stop and listen. I'm so sorry, Natsuki. I didn't know you felt that way. I'll stop talking to Antroid. What? No, that's not what I meant. You two are best friends. If you stop talking to Antroid because of me, he'd never forgive me. Just... No, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm just a jealous idiot. Interesting that she is worried about me forgiving her and not actually feels bad about, you know, getting in between two people who are best friends. I doubt that's actually like that significant. It's probably just like how she phrased it. No, you're not an idiot at all. You're just being a good girlfriend, that's all. Yeah, jealous one, more like. I'm sorry for wronging you. This is my problem, not yours. It's okay, it's okay. I understand what you're feeling. But don't worry, Antroid is a great guy. He'd never do something like that. I mean, I would hope I don't get caught doing anything like that, but you know. Hey, I'm back. Oh, Antroid, hi. Did you find your phone? Yep, got it right here. Well, you sure took your sweet time finding it. I already set a timer. Oh, alright. Are the cookies cool yet? We cool? They should be. Cookies are always cool, damn it. Before Natsuki can say anything else, I hear Sayori snatch a cookie from the tray and bite into it. Ah, hot, hot. Guess not. Natsuki and I laugh at Sayori as she gets a glass of water. Not milk, you should do milk. You guys are so mean. Oh, come on, it was funny. No, it wasn't, I burned my tongue. Oh. I sigh. Right, fine, let me help. I'll massage your tongue for you. I've ran into this problem before. The simple solution is to suck on an ice cube. Oh. I walk over to my fridge and open up the fridge. I wonder if that's true. But I know you'll like this more. I pull a popsicle out of the freezer and hold it up for Sayori to see. Oh, come here! She snatches the popsicle out of my hand and immediately starts licking it. Cherry. Thanks, Antroid, you're the best. Cherry is good flavor. Haha, I try. Natsuki rolls her eyes. Antroid, you want a cookie? Of course. Wait, what about me? Don't you have a popsicle? Well, yeah, but I want cookies. Alright, fine. I thought she said it in like as a threat. Do you want to get your tongue burned as well, bitch? Alright, fine. We all sit down at the table and eat the first tray of cookies while we wait for the second one. By the time the second tray is out and cool, Sayori's popsicle is gone and her tongue is all good. I checked. While we eat, we talk about things, school mainly. Natsuki complains about her teachers while Sayori worries about the final exams. Me? I just sort of listen. I kept forgetting if my camera is mirrored or not. At school, nothing worth writing home about really happens. Besides, the girls are good storytellers. Thanks for having me over, Antroid. Not a problem, thanks for coming. Anytime. Bye, Antroid, bye, Natsuki. Bye, Sayori. See you later. With that, Sayori walks out the door and heads home. After walking out to the door and saying our goodbyes, Natsuki shuts the door. With just a little more force than is required to normally accomplish such a task. Her smile has completely disappeared. Oh. So, did you have a good day? I'd call for reinforcements, but they just left that door, and somehow I feel it might make the situation even worse. Those are some intense eyes. How can a girl who isn't even 5 feet tall be so scary? What do you think? Before you rip me a new one, there's something I need to say. I have really got to pick my words here carefully. Oh, well, you know when you see something like that in the VN, you gotta fucking say. Let's look at the facts. Sayori did nothing wrong. Hashtag. She came over to say hello. Natsuki walked in at the wrong time is all. She's just overreacting. Right? No, that's definitely it. I'm sure of it. Nothing was happening. We're best friends. Natsuki just needs to chill. Besides, I've known Sayori longer like my entire life. She'll just have to get used to the fact that my best friend is a girl. It'd be the same for her if her best friend happened to be a dude, right? Honestly, the most impressive part about this whole thing is that I'm still pulling off an internal monologue with her standing there, waiting for me to speak. The most impressive thing is that I read that in one, breath. And I do mean that. When it comes down to it, she can be the most patient person I know. I really do treasure them both. Either way, I need to fix this. What the hell do I say? I take a deep breath. In the end, I guess I have to... Now here is a choice that I'm not as sure about. I really don't want to... push Sayori under the bus, whatever the phrase is. But at the same time... I feel like apologizing would be a good thing. You know what? I saved. I had the sixth sense about this. I saved. I'm gonna defend Sayori as my first impulse. And I'm gonna see her reaction. And I might reload, might save scam a little bit. Or should I think about this more deeply? Because it's, you never know where the protagonist is gonna take any direction you pick from the choice. Because defend Sayori, it just means to me that I'm gonna say no, it wasn't her who initiated the hug, blah bitty blah bitty blah, and you know, all that. But he could go like, oh, I just like, actually I don't know what he could say that would compromise him. But at the same time, it sounded like they talked it out. Actually, maybe I should apologize, yeah. Maybe I should just apologize, not antagonize Natsuki too much. Because it sounds like they talked it out, and I doubt Natsuki holds a grudge or anything. I'm gonna apologize. I'm really sorry, Natsuki. I know that I ruined your day. My day? Why to put all the blame on me? You can't seriously think I'm just upset because our plans changed, right? Then what? You aren't really that stupid, are you? I pause. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I made the wrong choice there. I'm pretty sure the time for my dry humor is long gone. Oh, I wonder how you'd feel if I prioritized you and Yuri in the same way. Oh. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're less than Sayori. I really truly care about you, Natsuki. More than words can express. I may not know her all that well, but I'm perfectly honest. If I'm perfectly honest, but I know what she's feeling. I just... For a moment, Natsuki's scowl deepens, but then her expression softens and tears start rolling down her face. So it seems like a wrong choice here, but... I probably won't reload, honestly. I'm probably gonna see where this goes. I'm still gonna probably see the bad ending anyway. Because once again, the protagonist just like went full dumb and said it in the wrong way a little bit. And honestly, like, not apologizing at all, it seems like it's slightly worse than just like a bad attempt at an apology. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I will be tempted to reload after all. I don't understand why you would do this when we don't even get to spend time alone together as it is. Haven't we both been looking forward to this day? Am I the only one who thought this was supposed to be romantic? Great way to show that you care. Hey, come on now, that's kind of harsh, don't you think? I hate our protagonist so much. Of course I care about you. I just didn't know that Sayori would come over today, and I couldn't just kick her out. She doesn't say anything. You're really special to me, Natsuki, and please don't think for one moment that I value Sayori over you. I reach out to embrace her. Obviously she's gonna fucking resist. I don't want to be around you right now. I need some time. Think. Natsuki turns toward the door, never once looking back at me. Though if I remember with Yuri, even on a good route, we had a little fight. Yeah, so maybe it's unavoidable. I kinda really want to see how forgiving, defending Sayori goes, honestly. But I have a suspicion it's gonna end roughly the same way, and then I'll just know whatever the game considers to be the right choice if I get bad or good ending. So actually no, I'm not gonna reload. I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna live with my choices. This is the point of such games where the only gameplay is making a binary choice once in a while. Or I mean, I guess in some cases you get more than two options, but still. So yeah, I mean, we've done this with Yuri before. I know it's not archived anywhere, but I did a playthrough of Yuri's route and I got the bad ending first, and then I reloaded several times from the beginning of chapter whatever, and just, you know, picked choices with my hindsight and whatnot, and so where they led, and eventually kind of just like force the good ending. Okay, let's not skip it this time. Once per stream. Wish. Did I already mention that little star streak reminds me of the cutscene in Flashback where I think between levels 5 and 6 when he teleports to the Morph planet through space like this. I think. Or it might have been, maybe it's the same kind of animation where the ship between levels 3 and 4, when the ship kind of like warps to Earth. I think it also does this like thing. Come again! Customer walks out with their purchase. Honestly, as overwhelming as my first couple of hours were, I think I'm adapting pretty quickly. The owner even left me to stock shelves while he checked some stuff in the office. He showed me how to process orders, handle cash and card payments, and rotate the stock shelves. It's crazy how much we covered in only an hour or so. I'm starting to think this old guy's kind of a genius. Stand aside! If only Natsuki could see me. I still haven't talked to her since she left yesterday. She hasn't responded to my texts or even read them. But maybe we do need to take some time to think. If it shook me up so much, I can't imagine how she's feeling. As much as it pains me to say it, she's right. We need to learn to trust each other. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss her right now, though. I wonder if it's possible to make a visual novel where the protagonist is not a moron and doesn't say anything you want to, like, strangle him for and assume his role, but still keep the possibility of fucking up by making the wrong choices. Like, I guess it would just have a bit more challenge to write by the protagonist kind of seemingly saying a reasonable thing and then still that leading into something bad. Well, I've never tried to write like a romantic story like this, so I absolutely have no clue how that would go. As me walking draws me from my thoughts. Geez, he must be a bodybuilder, he's massive. Welcome, and how may I serve you today? The large man simply shrugs and grabs some protein bars from the shelf. He says nothing, just placing some cash on the counter before walking out. Is that Buff Natsuki, aka Natsuki's dad? After counting it up, it comes to exact cash. Well, that was rude. What, no tip? Or what was rude about that? I sigh going back to my work, or no, like, change. Is it normal for people to just, like, leave the change? At least I would, but something pink catches my eye outside the store. Natsuki? I'd know that hairstyle anywhere. I come out from behind the counter and quickly make my way to the door. Uh-oh. That's alright, she must be checking up on me on my first day. I can't see her anymore, typical. She must have bolted the moment I saw her. She can move pretty quickly when she wants to. I just hope she's not in trouble again. As much as I wish she had stayed, I don't want to push the issue. It's enough to know that she's come to see me. That's a good sign, right? I mean, she didn't. She just walked by with her dad who bought her a protein bar. It helps that it hasn't been too busy today, and now the owner's gonna come in and catch me outside the counter. Not that I'd know what busy is, huh? There's a thought. I wonder what would happen if it got busy. I would come to regret these words. As every retail worker knows, and as I would soon find out, you have nothing to fear but a gigantic crush. Whoosh. Yeah, every time I go through the, you know, the thingamajig, the queue and the cashier at the supermarket, I shudder in horror to how disgusting the job must be to just like have a army of people unrelenting, no like pauses between them, and just like inputting and everything, not making a single mistake with all the inputting either. So when will we be home? In our void space here. Yeah, sometime in early March. The conference ends before that, but I still have to travel back home. International flights take forever. At least you get frequent flyer miles, right? Yeah, one of the few upsides. Oh, and before I forget, how did the first day go? It went pretty well. The boss really seems to like me. I guess because I'm so willing to work. Well, I hope you know I'm very proud of you. Even if it's only 2 or 3 hours a week on a Sunday, it'll give you valuable life experience. Gee, it was great. I learned how to sort cash, stock shelves, and rotate stock. He even left me on my own for half an hour. I can practically hear my mom smile from the other end of the line. What a noob. Then he's got a great deal of faith in you. If you prove yourself, you might even have a decent job after you finish school, if not an excellent reference. I wish you luck. Here's hoping your next shift goes as well as your first. Thanks, Mom. Alright, sweetie, my cab is here. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Love you too, Mom. See ya. Click. Wow, that took longer than I had expected. When my mom was last home, we both made an agreement. Every Saturday we would call each other and just talk about life for like half an hour. What's with all these likes? Leave a like and subscribe. It's worked out really good so far. This is the closest I've been to my mother since the divorce. On an emotional level. Physically, she's in Europe. Anyway, we talked for almost 2 hours today. She had to get up early to help set up a meeting with a buyer. They're gonna go to brunch. I nearly read that as they're gonna go to church. Speaking of which, I've been craving pancakes for the last 2 hours. A weird craving, especially considering it's almost 9 on a Saturday night. Guess it was all that brunch talk that Mom was doing. Regardless, I'm hungry. After rummaging around in the cabinets, I managed to find some leftover pancake mix. Perfect. Knock, knock, knock. What the? Is someone at my door? Is it Sayori just like having a sixth sense for someone about to get cooking. It's Saturday night, so who could this possibly be? I'll go to the door and open it. Please be Natsuki. Yeah, oh shit. Oh, shite. Ooh, so I guess the father is as bad as we thought. This is uncomfortable to see, but at the same time, she came to me, so that's... nah, that's really bad logic. She shouldn't have to come to me at all. What the fuck? I haven't heard from Natsuki in 2 days, ever since she told me she needed some time, and now... Natsuki, what happened to you? I fell down the stairs. Before she can even put together a full sentence, she falls to her knees, crying. I kneel down to give her a hug. No! Right. She probably doesn't like physical contact. With, maybe just with men, but she pushed me away, causing me to fall onto my back. Ow. I prop myself up and look back at her, confused to no end. Once again, she starts crying. It's alright. Do you, Daijobu? Do you wanna come inside? Without looking up at me, she nods her head yes. I slowly extend out my hand for her, which she hesitantly takes and stands up. It's here that I get a good look at her, and what I see sends waves of anger and fear shooting through me. You know what? If there's gonna be choices whether to hug her or not, I think my impulse is gonna be not to, because it's not like I need to like force her to get over her possible phobias, possible gut reactions or anything. That's something that's gotta happen naturally. It's not like life-threatening. So no reason I see to force it, but then again, I'm a total noob in this kind of stuff, so once again I might be talking out of my ass. I kind of might be slightly glad that the year playthrough was not archived, because I was probably talking out of my ass so much during all that, with all the self-harm thing. Oof. Yeah. The bruised eye, the blood leaking from her nose, the scrapes on her face. I walk her into the living room, where she takes a seat on the couch. I'm gonna go get you some water and a clean towel. She nods her head, all the while facing away from me. Biting my lip, I suppress the feeling welling up inside me to pull her close. She probably also doesn't want me to see her that way, but that's the least of our worries, I feel. My body feels like it's in a state of numbness and shock as I meander through the kitchen. What? How did this happen? I know I have to be careful around Natsuki, but my god, seeing her like this! My god! Freeman? Here. I hand her the towel and glass. She places the water on the table and wipes her face with the towel. Thanks. I sit down next to her. She stopped bawling, but she's still sniffling and her face is a mess of tears. Once she's done, she puts the towel on the table and grabs the glass. I sit next to her awkwardly as she drinks the entire glass in one gulp. I would have sat across from her. What are you supposed to say in a situation like this? Are you okay? Well, I mean, that's a stupid question. Yeah, I'm okay now. I guess it's not that stupid. It still hurts though. Your, eye? My pride. She nods. Do you want the ice? She nods. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Here, take this. Take this! Natsuki quickly snatches it and holds it up to her eye. Thanks. Are you okay to talk? Natsuki clenches her fists in anger, but then she take a deep breath and takes a deep breath and relaxes. I'm sorry. For? Lying to you. Her voice starts to crack as tears well up. Oh, so did she just like minimize the situation with her father after all? Hey, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. No, you deserve to know. You know why I said my parents got a divorce? Yeah. They didn't. Antroid, my mom is dead. Oh. Natsuki, I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, I mean, not that you know. She died in a car crash when I was 13. My dad, he couldn't handle it. We ran the shop together, we all did. Money was always a bit tight, but it got so much worse after Mom. Dad was so stressed out, so he started drinking again. Actually, like, completely abandoning the emotional side, wouldn't one less mouth to feed make it easier? If you're having your own business? Or was she helping enough that the profit was significantly larger? But that doesn't really matter, because that is meaningless. Well, I mean, if they had more money, probably she wouldn't be in quite a dire situation like that, but still. He's so mean now, always yelling and stuff. He wasn't always like this. Okay, so you and your dad are in a tough spot, I get that, and I'm sorry. Did he do this to you? Natsuki covers her eyes. It's obvious that she doesn't want to answer the question. But she still nods her head. That's why she hasn't been wanting to do anything physical. Jeez, Natsuki, I'm sorry. Maybe we should call the police. No! Do not call the police. Whoa, hey, calm down. I was just... No, I don't care. Never say that again. But Natsuki, you're in danger. If you even think about calling, I will break up with you on the spot. It's for your own good. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Just don't call the cops. He's a good person, I swear. This is just a one-time thing, I promise. Let's just leave this behind us, okay? Okay. Antroid, it's gonna be even harder if we get the police involved. There's enough going on as it is. I sigh. If you insist. Natsuki breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you. I'm assuming you don't want to go back home. I really should. Natsuki. But I doubt he'll care if I come back tonight. I don't want to go back either. Gee, that's what I thought. You can have my bed, I'll take the couch. No, it's fine, I'll take the couch. You sure? Yes, it's your bed anyway. Why would you ask you sure? You say no. Fuck you. It's my house, my rules. Alright, it's your decision. I mean, I guess that's kind of a good too, leaving her to decide, but obviously bed is better. There's food in the kitchen if you want. Is there anything else you need? I'm good. Alright. I'll see you in the morning. Night. Night. I walk back up to my room. Jeez. This day really took a turn out of nowhere. I would have comforted Natsuki more, but I just didn't know what to say. Well, I doubt many people in my situation would know what to say. Besides, it didn't seem like she wanted me around. I can't really blame her for that, though. I never would have thought it was this bad. Looking back on it, though, it's so obvious. No doubt she doesn't want to get physical. Her dad beats her, for God's sake. I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around that. I just can't believe it's true. It seems so strange, weird, outlandish even. Even though you hear about this stuff happening in the news, you just never think it would happen to someone you actually know. But it's actually happening. What exactly am I supposed to do? I honestly thought that going to the police was the best option. Was, no. But that only pissed off Natsuki. Why does she not want help? I don't get it. I don't get any of this. Please don't make the issue of the police like you did with the issue of the therapy for Yuri. I have a bad feeling about this. I can only shudder in horror if I imagine what he's gonna be like with this Yuri route. Oh, I need sleep. Considering he was like a complete blind moron. Well, maybe not so much blind as just moron in the base game, where he barely had like as much whatchamacallit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not role, similar to role, agency, I guess. Excuse me, sensei. Ah, Antroid, how are you doing? I'm alright. You sure? You don't sound alright. Well, I'm mostly alright. Something more? It's just high school stuff. Oh, I see. Here, sit down. I've got the period off, so let's talk this out. Yeah, sure, sounds great. Sakurai sits back down in his seat, and I take the seat adjacent from him. He reaches into his desk and pulls out a soda can. You keep soda in your desk, lucky. Indeed. Both laugh at Sakurai's quip. That's a quip, okay. So, what's been bothering you? Oh, well, now to think about it, might be a bit, you know, yabai. Personally, yeah, not yabai. I mean, yabai too. Well, only share what you're comfortable sharing. Alright. It's just relationship problems. Alright, high school relationships. Oh boy. Gee, I know. It's interesting. That's one word for it. I've been in my fair share of relationships though, especially in high school. Granted, they all failed miserably, but that's besides the point. If you want my honest advice, it's that communication is key. If you have problems with the relationship, tell her that. Won't you just get pissed at me? Well, no, not if you say the right thing. Does that apply to like everything about relationships? Haha, yeah, that is true. Well, if you really if you really hate problems, then say something. I do hate problems. I know some people love problems, but I hate them. I don't really know if I should say something, though. She's in a bit of a tough spot right now, and... Oh, so it's a she! And... Oh, okay. I think I get what you're saying. You don't have to keep going if you don't want to. I nod my head. I'm not gonna push you any more than I already have, but as a teacher and adult, I'll say this. If push comes to shove, Antroid, go to an adult. I know how basic and stupid that sounds, trust me, but you're only a kid. Don't think you can handle everything on your own. I was just like you, thought I didn't need any help at all, that I could handle everything on my own. I learned the hard way that wasn't true. Really? Yes, really. My school hasn't changed much. Except now they pay the teachers even less. Well, I mean, look around, the school's kinda cheap. It's a public school, of course it is. It's nicer than where I went. Really, where do you go? I went to a private school, believe it or not. Never liked the teachers, to be honest. That's part of why I became a teacher. I wanted to be the opposite of what my teachers were. Sorry for going off a tangent like that. On a tangent. Guess it just slipped out. Nah, it's alright. It's better than some things that could slip out, slip out of a person. I'm glad you became a teacher, though. You're one of my favorites, to be honest. Ah, thanks, Antroid. Mwah. Don't tell anyone this, but you're one of my favorite students. Mwah. Aha, teachers do have favorites. No, duh. Despite what we all say, we all do have favorites, and the parents have favorites. And least favorites. Like? That's not for you to know, mister. Ah, what time is it? 2 minutes. Cool. I've got another student coming in for help halfway through this period. You should probably get back to lunch. You should probably fuck off. Yeah, probably. Alright, well, have a good weekend, Sensei. You too, Antroid. Remember what we talked about. And do your bloody homework. Fine. I love that guy. He's like an actual human being who you can talk to. Imagine that. In this sea of pre-programmed beings that fall in love with you, blah blah blah. The rare sight in the school is turn away and walk towards the doorway. A familiar face comes around the corner. Hey, Antroid. What's up, Shiori? Going to a teacher. And you are? Going from a teacher to lunch. Ooh, with that pink-haired girl, huh? Let's do one, huh? Is she your girlfriend? Yup. Wow, really? Yeah, is it surprising? A little bit, yeah. Hey! Just messing with you, huh? Good for you, though. Can't get a guy for the life of me. Well, your head is kind of gigantic, I don't know. If it makes you feel better, I have no idea how Natsuki fell for me. Maybe it's just luck, you know? Something like that. Anyway, I've got to get going, so I'll see you around. Bye! Oh. We don't get the awkward post that whole situation dialogue with Natsuki. Also, what relationship problems my character even has? Like, what, thinking about how to help Natsuki, or is it the Sayori thing? I don't know. It's Wednesday. Finally. Today is the day when Mom gets back. I don't even know how long it's been since she was last here. I wonder if when did she find out about Yuri's problem? I don't know. Did she ever? I don't remember. Let's see. She came back around Christmas, which is when I started dating Natsuki. She left like mid-January, the day Natsuki started shoplifting. Considering it's the start of March, I'd say it's been about 2 months. That's longer than she's usually gone. Mostly she's out on trips for like a month tops, again, like. Excluding the trip, maybe that's Natsuki's influence that my character just keeps saying, like. Excluding the trip she went on before I joined the literature club, of course. A lot has happened since then, hasn't it? The festival, Halloween, Christmas, my first kiss. That's a lot of stuff. The festival feels like ages ago, to be honest. Jeez, what a day that was. And then there's what's been happening more recently with Natsuki's revelation. It's been a few days, but it's strange. Although we've still been talking like normal, I feel like there's been a bit of a wedge since that night. She hasn't said much, and a bit of makeup helped hide her bruises for school, but how do I act around her? Do I pretend like nothing happened? Or should I be trying to fix a problem? She said it was a one-off thing, but is that really the case? The more I think about it, the more my head hurts. That's, you know, logical. I want to trust Natsuki's judgment, but how can I? If I know that she's been suffering and hiding it, what could I even do to help? Should I get some advice, even though I know telling someone would be going behind Natsuki's back? And even if I did, how could that help? Would that help? Who would I talk to? An adult? Mother? With my swirling emotions beginning to spiral, I'm suddenly brought out of the depths of my mind by a familiar voice. Antroid, you okay? Huh? Oh, sorry, Sayori. I was just thinking about stuff. Oh, alright. You sure you're okay? You look like you have a lot on your mind. I guess you could say that. You don't know the half of it, Sayori. It's nothing though, just some stuff I got to deal with. Do you want any help? As much as I appreciate the offer, and I really do, this is something I got to work out on my own, sorry. No, it's alright, I understand. I just don't like seeing you so down. What are you talking about? Well, I don't know, you just seem down today. I'm just a bit tired, that's all. Gee, I haven't got much sleep since last week. Really, sir, if I had a genuine problem, I'd come to you. You mean it? If this is not a genuine problem, it's like, I mean it. Oh, I really hate lying to Sayori, but I can't afford her getting all mixed up in this. This isn't her burden to bear. Alright. Oh, by the way, when's your mom coming home? Today, actually. Really awesome! Can I say hi to her? She's the best. Sure thing. Once the club's over, we can all walk home together. Just like old times, eh? That sounds like fun. I smell trouble brewing. Yes, trouble brewing in Natsuki again, because of that. When does the club end anyway? I quickly glanced at the clock. About 5 minutes. Can't we just leave now then? Monica wouldn't care. Alright, if you say so. Sarah and I pack up our stuff and head for the door. Bye, Monica, we're gonna go home early so I can say hi to Antroid's mom. That's, never mind. Have fun, you two. Everyone else can head home too, it's about that time anyway. Wait, Antroid, are we still on for tonight? Yep, see you at 5. Cool, see ya. Looks like Natsuki wants to say something, but she just shakes her head and waves us goodbye. What was that about Natsuki? Oh, nothing. My mom wanted to meet her, so we're having dinner tonight. Oh, really? Gee, it's gonna be so awkward. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. She should have said, I'm sure it will be. I guess it's not in her character, though, to be like sarcastic. Your mom is so sweet, you have nothing to worry about. Gee, you see? Mom has a tendency to embarrass me. Remember our elementary graduation? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. I guess you have a point. See what I mean? Anyway, we're here. Gee, I hope. What is that relation? Ha! That's a weird. I guess maybe was it not in. Maybe it was like him thinking, yeah, I hope it's gonna be fine. Mom, you here? In the kitchen, sweetie. Mom! Hey, Antroid. I walk over to her and give her a big hug. And Sayori, I haven't seen you in ages, sweetheart. Hey, I know it's been so long. How have you been? Oh, I've been alright. You know how work is. Actually, she doesn't. How about you? Oh, I'm okay. School has been going well, too. That's good to hear. You're always the smart one out of you two. Mom points and Sayori at eye. Hey! Ah, you haven't changed a bit, Sayori. I'm glad to see you two are still friends, especially after all this time. Yeah, we're all good. Right, Sayori? I put my head on her shoulder. Yep! That's good to hear. So, what brings you here, Sayori? Oh, I just wanted to stop by and say hi. I've got to go do homework. But it was nice to see you again. It was nice to see you too, honey. Take care. I'll try. With Sayori headed out the door, Mom and I are left alone. She's a sweetheart, that one. Yeah, she really is. I'm honestly kind of surprised you two aren't dating. What? Why? Just wait for it, Mom. Well, you two seem perfect for each other. Maybe I should consider it. Natsuki is the troubled one. I mean, I'll always love Sayori, don't get me wrong, but she's always been a friend to me, and I'm alright with just leaving it at that. Besides, I have a girlfriend anyway. Who I get to meet tonight? Yep. Don't embarrass me, please. No promises. Oh. I grumble something under my breath. Ring? Oh crap, she's already here. Don't worry, Antroid, I'll set the table. You go, let her in. Alright, if you say so. I walk to the door and open it up. Hey! Hey there! I step out the doorway and so Natsuki can come inside. Is there anything I need to know before I meet your mom? Nah, she's pretty normal. She will try her best to embarrass me though. Really? Oh, this'll be fun. Yeah. Why, hello. You must be Natsuki. Mom outstretches her hand. Hi, Oka-san. Nice to meet you. Natsuki takes her hand and shakes it. I don't think Yuri had any sort of honorific for her mother, but I don't remember. I heard so much about you from Antroid. Really? Natsuki turns to look at me. Like what exactly? Well, I've heard great things about your cooking skills. Antroid said you were what got him into cooking. Not what, who, damn it! Haha, yeah, I'm good at the kitchen. I've loved cooking ever since I was young. Really, that's pretty interesting. Mom points at me. He liked eating ever since he was young. You two are made for each other. I only got into cooking after this one was born. His father couldn't cook for the life of him. Natsuki giggles. My dad's the same way. My mom does all the cooking. From beyond the grave? What? That explains why she's so malnourished. Here, let's sit down and chat. Antroid, would you be a dear and finish up dinner and get me a glass of water? So I'm guessing this kind of indicates that Natsuki doesn't want my mother to know anything. So even though Sakurai said to go to an adult, maybe I shouldn't go to my mother. Ah, this is harsh. But maybe I should. Well, I'll think about it if the choice comes. No problem. Want anything to drink, Natsuki? Hey, water's good. Who the fuck drinks water? What kind of boring people drink water? Gotcha. While Mom and Natsuki move to the living room and carry on their conversation, I finish up with dinner and grab Mom's glass of water. Ooh, this looks good. This water is amazing looking. Shrimp tempura with carrots and sweet peas. Yep, seasoned with soy sauce and ginger. Ginger. Only ginger can call it out the ginger. Do you have Tetsuya sauce? Who doesn't? Crazy people, that's cool. Here's your sauce. Thanks. After a healthy slathering of Tetsuya sauce, we all begin eating. I wonder what it tastes like, that Tetsuya sauce. There's a small period of awkward silence before Mom finally strikes up a conversation. So, how long have you two been together exactly? I look at Natsuki and she looks back at me with an equally confused look. Around 2.5 months, maybe? That's how long we've been officially dating. Yeah, we've been hanging out consistently since the festival. I nod my head. Aha, well, it sounds like a match made in heaven. Especially considering how you both like my anger. You told her that? That's kinda how we met, so yeah, it came up in conversation. Natsuki jokingly pouts, causing Mom and I to laugh. Ah, you two are so funny. You guys met in the literature club, correct? Yep. Sarah invited him, I think. Actually, I think I asked her if I could join. I don't really remember, it was a while ago. No you didn't, bitch, no you didn't. Regardless, we just sort of got along with each other. Yeah. You were the only one with good poetry. Mom giggles. What? Sorry, I just can't imagine Antroid as a poet. Hey! Natsuki and Mom laugh at me. We'd actually be surprised Antroid's poetry isn't half bad. Really? Well, yeah, compared to everyone else in the club. Speaking of which, how many people are in the club exactly? I know about you, say you're in someone named Monica. Alright, Monica. She's the president of the club. She's alright, we argue sometimes, but then she's not forcing us to do stuff, we get along. And then there's Yuri. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Sounds like there's some drama. Most definitely. Natsuki and Yuri do not get along. Well, she's just so pretentious about her poetry. I put my hands up. Alright, I'm not going back into this. Mom laughs as she shakes her head. High schoolers. Just wait till you get into the real world. You would not believe the stuff I have to deal with while I'm on business trips. Really? Like what? Oh, here we go. Thanks for having me over, I had fun. I was expecting like a traumatized looking Natsuki. Oh, I don't want to grow up. Of course, Natsuki, it was nice to meet you. You too. I'll see you later, Antroid. Gee, catch you later, Nat. Natsuki waves one last goodbye and heads off. She's a real sweetheart, isn't she? Yeah, she is. Have you said you love her yet? What? No, of course not. Oh, do you? I nod my head. I just don't think now's a good time. Why not? Alright, don't tell Natsuki I told you this, but essentially Natsuki has home problems. Like, sometimes her dad can't afford to feed her kind of problems. Oh, dear. Did she tell you this? Gee, a while back. I've been trying my best to help her in any way I can. Buying her dinner and lunch, you know, stuff like that. Oh, that's sweet, Antroid. No, that's sweet, Antroid. But this seems pretty serious. Do you think we should maybe call someone? What? No, it's not that bad. It's worse, man. She's just in a tough spot, that's all. I see. I'm raising an eyebrow before finally taking a deep breath. Regardless, I'm glad to see that you're being a good person. Makes me feel like I did an alright job as a parent. You're a great parent, Mom, don't worry. Mom chuckles and runs her hand through my hair. She sighs. I just wish I could be home more. I feel bad that you're going through high school all alone. Don't feel bad though, I can handle myself just fine. Now I have Natsuki, I don't need you anymore. I know, I'm there. You're almost an adult. But I can't help feeling like I'm missing out on part of your childhood. Well, adulthood almost. This is just the hand we've been dealt, right? Besides, I'm going to college soon. This is good practice, eh? Ah, you do have a point. Here. Mom reaches into her pocket and pulls out her wallet. Take this. It's for when I have to leave again. Why did I read her normal voice? I don't care. She hands me a large amount of bills. Dollar bills. I quickly count them all. 25,000 yen! Awesome! Hey, don't get any ideas, mister? That's for groceries. Spend it wisely. Alright. Good. She yawns. My. I'm tired. Your girlfriend can talk a lot, can't she? Gee, but only if she likes you, which I'm pretty sure she does. That's good to hear. I'm gonna turn in, sweetheart. Have a good night. Thanks, you too. She starts for the second floor, but stops when she reaches the stair base. One more thing. Yeah? Save a little of that for Natsuki. She flashes a sly smile before walking upstairs, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Save a little of the money for Natsuki? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I'm sure her dad will also appreciate an extra 25,000 yen. What? We're gonna give it the full thing? What do I eat for then? Wait a second, what about me? There we go, exactly. How am I gonna pay for food if I don't have money? Well, I do have a job. Already have a job. If I start working more hours and start saving, I could live off my salary. But working more hours would mean I'd have to quit the literature club. I also have to work weekends too, which means I can say goodbye to my free time. Unacceptable. As well as hanging out with Natsuki and Sayori. Or anyone for that matter. Fucking work, man, it's the worst. Jeez, that's a tough decision. Either I keep spending my time with my friends and continue helping Natsuki like I have been, or I basically throw away my entire social life for Natsuki. I mean, I know I love her, but is this worth it? Either way, it's probably not a decision to make lightly. I'll sleep on it, I suppose. An hour. Yeah, that was never going to work. I'm just thinking whether I'm gonna probably do short streams again. Two of them. Sitting up, I glance around the dark room. It's no mystery to me as to why I can't sleep. I can't get the image of Natsuki out of my head. She asked me to ignore it, but can I really do that? Even if it was a one-time thing, can I honestly stand by when she's in pain? I sit and think to myself for a while, pondering the options that lie before me. I don't want to hurt Natsuki, but can I really allow her to get hurt? What third option is there? How can everyone walk away from this? I instinctively reach my hand to my throat before realizing how dehydrated I am. Shaking my head, I slowly stand up. Reaching for my phone. On my nightstand, I turn it on. The time reads 1:17. It's not like I could get help with this either. She'd kill me if I told anyone. Or would she? I'm discreet about it, asking for advice without letting on what's actually going on. I could ask Sakurai for help again. But I don't really think it can wait until morning anyway. Sitting back down, I open my contacts and send a simple message. Are you free before school tomorrow? Not expecting a response, I put my phone back and grab a glass of water from the kitchen. Trudging back up the stairs feels like a nightmare. With each step I take, feeling heavier than the last, my eyes are struggling to stay open. Maybe I'll get some sleep this time, huh? As I crawl back into bed, I notice the blinking of my phone and reach over to it. A reply already? Oh shit! Sure, where would you like to meet? Oh, Monica is all up for it. Nice. I'm actually kind of curious about this, so I'm gonna do the next day as well. Or should I leave that for me so that I feel more eager next time to start? I don't know. Let's do it. Still rubbing the sleep from my eyes. I feel like this is not gonna devolve into like a long day. Probably just like the meeting with Monica and that's it. Still rubbing sleep from my eyes, I quickly make my way out the door. I'm already running a little late, but it's too early for me to care all that much. I'd thrown on my uniform and left without breakfast, so I need to walk something out on the way to school. However, it's not as if I didn't have a good reason. For a moment though, I paused to look at Sayori's house. I smile, thinking of how she's still in bed right now, hopefully sleeping like a baby. Sorry Sayori, I guess I'll have to see you at school. With my apologies spoken to nothing but the chilly morning air, I bring my thoughts back to the road. There's no time left to waste, so I break out into a jog. In all likelihood, she's already waiting for me. I pull the door open and step into the air-conditioned, comfortable temperature of the cafe. Taking a deep breath, I start to scan the room. Imagine if Natsuki saw us here. She's like, Antroid, you fucking slut! talking, spending time with every girl but Yuri, at least. She wouldn't take Yuri well at all. As I stand by the door, I take a bit of time to wipe the small amount of sweat from my brow and fix my uniform, calming my racing heart. It isn't often I have to run like that, especially not in uniform. Taken aback by the sheer number of people in the little venue, I find myself a little anxious. Did she find a seat? Did she even bother to stay after seeing it so full? After the successful scanning the room, I take out my phone to see a message I had missed. I'm down the back, near one of the booths. I've saved the seat for you. Ah, what do you know? I had nothing to worry about after all. I walk carefully to the back of the cafe, trying not to bump into anyone to the best of my ability. It isn't exactly easy to weave through the crowd. It makes me seriously wonder why so many people are here at all. They can't all be salarymen here for a morning cup of coffee, right? I'm surprised they're not more worried about being late to work. Actually, though, I find myself facing the only person I could possibly see myself talking to about this. Hey, Antroid. I always thought you weren't coming with how long it took. Ah, sorry about that, I was running late. Considered guy you are, eh? Huh? You know, calling me out and then being late to our meeting, haha. Ah, this is why I hate making mistakes in front of Monica. She's always so sarcastic. I can never tell if she's actually angry or she's joking. Sorry, you're totally right to be mad. It's just that I've been kind of frazzled and on edge lately. Aren't we all? What's that? Nothing. So, what did you want to talk about? Monica, are you good? Look, don't worry about it. We are here to talk about your problems, right? As much as I need to get things off my chest, I feel like I should check up on Monica too. After all, she's my friend too, not to mention she might be less inclined to wave off my situation if I'm nice about it. Yeah, it's not good to brush over everything that's on your mind, plus I'm your friend, aren't I? So feel free to talk about your problems too. Antroid, if I want to talk about something, I'll talk about it. I'm not trying to hide anything, and you don't need to presume that I'm simply being shy about it. Frankly, I'd appreciate it if you dialed back on the hero complex. Holy shit, where did this come from? I blinked, taken aback by her response. I'm sorry if I came off that way. Suddenly it occurs to me just how wound up I am. I haven't even taken a seat yet. My mind churns as I slide into a chair. I can't mess things up right now. No, that was a bit harsh. Sorry, I'm just tired. Although I know that's not an excuse for snapping at you. Well, I don't blame you. You've always been busy with extracurriculars and stuff. It's alright, I mean, I kind of chose to join all those things. The workaholic life doesn't choose me, I choose it. Anyway, never mind all that. Let's cut to the chase before we're late for school. What's up? The sky! I paused, knowing I would have to be careful with my next words. The last thing I want to do is hurt her by revealing I'm thinking about leaving the club. Especially someone who has been so supportive and friendly towards me for all this time. I'm considering blunt leaving the club. Quick to follow up, I add. But not because I don't like it, I love the club. This has given me the chance to reconnect with Sayori and get closer to you and to meet Yuri and Natsuki, of course. Monica paused for a moment. It's hard to read her expression, although I notice that she is absent-mindedly picking at a fingernail. She closes her eyes and takes a breath before responding to my revelation. Is it me? Or Natsuki? Was it festival? A grimace crosses Monica's features, finally breaking her poker face. Does she think that it's her fault I'm leaving? No, nothing like that. I actually asked you to come here because I needed your advice. Monica's expression seems to change again. This time a smirk flashes across her face for a moment, but as fast as it appears, it's gone. Well, you are a member of my club, so it's only natural that I help you out. You've been a little distant lately, so I've been concerned myself. I can't help but smile in response to her half-sarcastic comment. That's the Monica I know. I know we don't have much time before school, so I'll just start from the beginning. Isn't it counterintuitive? Shouldn't you just, cut to the chase? Natsuki's having some financial trouble, and I've got the money to help her and her family out. The only problem is, if I do, it will force me to quit the club to get a part-time job to support myself. I don't want to quit the club, because that would separate me from all of you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. What would you do? Monica listens to my explanation, and seems to ponder it for a moment. I start to wonder whether I should have given more detail to help the explanation, or less detail to protect Natsuki. But I can trust Monica, she's always supported all of us. Honestly, why don't you give Natsuki part of that 25? Really? And keep it just enough for life, for yourself. She'd never do anything to hurt our friends. She's too good-hearted. It's the reason we respect her so much, as the club leader. Looking back at Monica, I notice her still deep in thought. She's using her hands like a set of scales and is biting her lip. Oh, does it mean Huh. For a second I thought like fish or snake scale, so she's just I don't know. Like this, I guess? Am I the only person you've asked about this? Guess why? Keep it that way. We don't want it going around that Natsuki's having issues in her home life. I know what that's like, and it's bad enough without her classmates knowing about it as well. Wait, she knows about what it's like? Is she having trouble too? As open my mouth to ask, Monica continues. This isn't a decision you should take lightly. You'll lose the club and the emotional support from its members. Who cares about emotions? There isn't enough time on our breaks to really make that up. So don't expect to remain as close to the club. I wince at the statement. Losing the friends I've made would be hard, even if it's only a temporary measure. On the other hand, there's no telling what will happen to Natsuki if you don't help her. Honestly, like, the club doesn't take that long. Surely you can work out hours, just like 1 hour less than the maximum you can make. I don't know. I have never had a part-time job. I don't know the details, but if it's bad enough that you're coming to me, then I can make an educated guess. I note slowly and look down at the table. I think your top priority is to help Natsuki, though. Priority. I know it must be really hard to leave the club, but if it makes you feel any better, it'll probably still be around next year as well. Gee, I guess you're right. Well, we don't have much time left, so we'll have to get going. But thank you for listening to me at least. It helped to put things into perspective a little bit. I'm glad I could help. By all means, if you need any more advice or help, feel free to talk to me about this. Don't hesitate to reach out again, no matter what you decide. Anyway, I've got to attend to something quickly before school, so I'll catch you later, Antroid. Gee, see you in the club, Monica. Monica gets up, leaving me to my thoughts. It's high time I decide. Do I want to give Natsuki my savings at the expense of spending less time with her, working more, and living with friends I've made? Honestly, the spending less time with her part doesn't seem like she would be okay with that. I wonder if it's a big choice that I will actually have to make myself as the player. Because, you know, Monica advised me yes, but I mean, it's not like I could make a fine choice like in the middle somewhere. It's gonna be once again binary. Do it or not do it. And we might drift apart with Natsuki if I get that job, or she might hate me for going all the way to like help her when she thinks she can, you know, bear it all on her own. Doesn't want to appear weak or be a damsel in distress in any way. But it might improve, like, who cares? Honestly, like, he loves her and all that, but then again, like, it's Natsuki. Honestly, what's more important to her? Is it better for her emotionally to be in that situation but have the support of a loved one, or would it be better for her to be more free, you know, and safe, but without as much emotional pillow kind of thing that we can provide by, you know, existing around her, because it's kind of the choice for her that we're making kind of for her, which honestly I'm not sure she would appreciate us making the choice for her. We are essentially, by taking the job, we are choosing that she doesn't really need us as much as she needs the money. I mean, she's not like sickly ill, I don't think. So if things just continue as they are, it's once again, it's the exact same thing as with Yuri's self-harm. I'm afraid to even like make any sort of judgment on this, like opinion, because for my damn ass, it seems like it's not getting worse. So it's not like it's gonna like kill him or just do anything drastic permanent to them. So maybe they should be able to endure while having more like emotional support, or we sacrifice the love and just do what's best for them outside of like ignoring the aspect of emotional support. In my defense, as soon as I am, like any day now, I'm gonna be put in a similar position in real life, and as soon as I do, I'm gonna do all the research I can and listen to grown-up opinions. Or do I keep the money and try to help her another way? Fuck, I don't want to make a choice. I could also try to look at this from a meta perspective, but I don't really want to. Because one of them is gonna working towards the bad ending, one of them is gonna work towards the good ending. What could be the bad ending with Natsuki? Is she gonna die from her dad just like flying into a rage over something? Maybe her dad finding out that she has a boyfriend, getting the money would like send him over the edge. And, you know, at the same time, the bad ending could be she dies from starvation or gets caught stealing again and just like, I don't know. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna blame Monica if this is wrong. But, you know, we've already plunged deep into the whole thing with apologizing instead of defending Sayori, so I am mentally prepared for the bad ending. I'm gonna dread it, but I'm gonna replay then from some save and just see what can be changed. Gee, I think that it's worth it. Also, I feel like all this fuss wouldn't have been made if it was not the right thing to do. Again, just purely meta, but, you know, I did not really take that into consideration while I was making a choice. I just realized it afterwards. Oh, lol, Monix. Well, that's a suspiciously close name to Monica. Thanks for the follow. I don't have any sort of alerts, but I saw finally something moved in my other screen. I love Natsuki and I'm willing to give up the club for her. If it wasn't love, I wouldn't care so much. That makes sense, right? You know what? I really should be able to just hide this fucking creator camp thing here with this little icon here, because I keep seeing off screen it's like this like pop out kind of icon, you know, square and an arrow diagonal out, like up and right. I guess up and right would be there, yeah. But for some reason in my peripheral I always see that as the lol emote. I can't think of anything else I can do besides support her financially. Plus I've heard that you've gotta make sacrifices for love, and if I have to sacrifice the club and my free time to ensure her well-being, so be it. Besides, Monica said the club will be around next year as well, and by that point I reckon Natsuki's home life will improve, so it's decided. After the club tomorrow I'm gonna give Natsuki everything. I'll talk to my boss and tell him I can work more hours now. If anything, he'll be happy to hear that. You know what, I said I would do this day only, but now I kinda wanna see Natsuki's reaction. I hope they don't skip over it. But then, I probably shouldn't skip over the day thing either, but whatever. Another day in the literature club of anything, a sense of normality after all of the drama that's been going on. Maybe I should do 2 hours today instead of 1, and skip tomorrow, and use tomorrow to do my Heidi homework instead. Because I have still yet to do that, and on Friday I should be doing Heidi. Hey Antroid, how are we doing today? Gee, not bad, always nice to be here. That's what we want to hear. What's with the royal we? How's Natsuki? Natsuki! She's alright. It was a bit of a rough patch, but we worked it out relatively well. Glad to hear it. Anyway, did you bring a book or for books? Bleh, for book talks today? Did they honestly? Oh, I'm gonna be mad if they skip the thing with Natsuki. I'm gonna be so mad. I hate time skips over things that I would have liked to see real time. I honestly forgot. Today was book talk day. Luckily, I've been reading a really good series lately, so I have a volume on me. I can just share that. Yep, I brought one. Great. Let's get started then. Honestly, like this whole we had a rough patch, but then we worked it out thing. It seems like he's glossing over too much. Non-clearance to face the rest of the club. Well, we'll see exactly. Okay, everyone, it's time for book talks. I see your Natsuki's eyes light up. Yay! Then again, I have not quit the club yet, so maybe I'm not at, you know, full work yet and all that stuff. Yeah, I love book talks. I'd have to agree. These book talks are actually quite interesting. This was a good idea, Monica. I'm glad everyone likes them. Anyway, we're gonna try something different today. Rather than doing book talks in one big group, I was thinking we could split off into smaller groups. That way people don't have to wait their turn as much. That could work. I guess so. We're not an event group though. There's only 5 of us. Well, Antroid doesn't have to, you know, participate. Then we'll split off into a group of 2 and a group of 3. Genius! That's literally the only way to split the 5-man group. I'll decide the groups. Yuri, Antroid, and Sayori, you guys will back all by the closet. Okay. That works. You're with me, Natsuki? Alright. Okay, we'll switch in 20 minutes. See you guys then. Switch? But then one person is gonna stay with one other person still, no matter what. With that, we all break up into our groups. How about you, Antroid? I'm good. Great. So, who wants to go first? Yuri and I exchange glances. It's kind of intriguing to slowly interact with Yuri without being in a relationship with her, like on the Yuri route. It's like normal, just like cordial friendship kind of thing. It's clear she doesn't want to go yet, so I decided to volunteer instead. I guess I'll go. Yay! Sayori finally sits down, leaving me at the center of attention. As it should be. So, I recently picked up the series called The Rangers of Olympus Mons. That sounds real. I guess Mon, maybe? No, Mon. It's all about a gang of outlaws on Mars, and this isn't... Okay. It's without a doubt action sci-fi, but there's some legit political commentary in there. There's a lot of overlying themes about environmentalism and the like. Ooh, sounds interesting. It is. I love how all the characters interact with each other, especially. The dialogue is really playful, but the action scenes are top-notch. Action, so there's a lot of violence? Well, yeah, it's essentially space cowboys. Although I'm not one to read action novels, the political commentary you mentioned did intrigue me. Boring, actually. I mean, I probably wouldn't care for action scenes either. I've never cared for action scenes outside of video games, you know? Just like watching or reading about action. I guess reading is better. I've not really read anything that had overt action scenes. But there have been some scenes with real action. Like War and Peace. I'm reading War and Peace now. And there are some battle scenes in there. Kind of action. They are fine. I'm enjoying War and Peace, by the way. I should be having a book talk as well. I like books that have multiple meanings beyond the obvious themes. Yeah, there's a lot of that in this series. I might just borrow it from you in that case. Who said anything about borrowing from me? I'm using it. Yeah, it sounds really good actually. Who's your favorite character? Definitely Jess, the main character. Oh? The main character is a female. Uh-oh. Yep, she's the leader of the outlaws. Interesting. You'd assume a series based around the Wild West would have a mostly male cast. Is this the future? Women can shoot blasters as well as men? That's what I thought at first. But nope, most of the main cast is girls. It's bizarre, but it actually works really well. I see. I see now why you're reading. Quite the subversion of expectations. Definitely. Anyway, can I go now? Sure, go right ahead. Awesome. I found this one book in the library called Requiem for a Teenage Prodigy. It's about this high school boy called Kumusuo, who's really good at piano, but then he dies in a car accident. Luckily though, there's a medium at his school that he can talk to. I'm assuming that's a 1-0, supposed to be. And the whole book is about Kusuo trying to write his own music through the medium. Is it a horror novel? Oh shit, I can't do like super excited gasps. Carelessly. No, it's comedy actually. Shit. You're just like, dang it. The medium Takayuki is really dumb, so there's a lot of scenes where Kusuo and Takayuki are just talking about silly stuff. It's actually really funny. Oh, I see. She looks sad, but I guess she always looks sad. I'm sorry, I just assumed it was a horror novel. Because it has ghosts and mediums and other supernatural things. Isn't that kind of dumb for her to assume? Like, she should know better. At least I assume it does. I'm not entirely sure what else is in the book. I'm not finished with it yet. So far though, it's become one of my favorites. Gee, it does sound pretty cool actually. I like the concept. Agreed. Most plots for comedy novels don't typically have the main character... well, die. Shinde. I probably said that in completely wrong form, but whatever. I don't know what like... well, yeah, form it was. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the scene where he dies was actually kind of sad. There's a lot of sad moments in this book, especially when Kusuo talks about his family. Oh, you're just gonna laugh at. It's really bittersweet now that I think about it. Shit, that's why Sayori likes it. Interesting. It does sound half bad, I might just check it out. What's it called again? Requiem for a Teenage Prodigy. Prodigy, I know. Prodigy. I pull out a piece of paper and write down the title. There. Not even on your phone. What are you, a caveman? Oh, you didn't get to... oh, shit. Well, okay. Okay, everyone, that's 20 minutes. Wait, what? What? You didn't get to go yet? Really? Wow, they were 3. No, what? We were 3. Never mind. They were 3, so they were 2 rather. So they finished before us. Makes sense. Maybe we should extend the time we spend in groups. Also, that didn't last 20 minutes. That was actually If it went roughly as I read it. I don't think it would have been that long. Here, Yuri, let me make it up to you. Give you 1 cent in yens, I guess. Like 1 yen? No, I don't know. Is 1,000 or 100 yen a dollar? I think 100. Yeah, because 10,000 is the red super chat, and the red super chat in dollars is 100. So I guess it's like 1 yen is 1 cent. Maybe I'm dumb. Is a cent 100th or a 10th? I think it's 100th. Well, I'm not using cents around here, so you know, I don't have a reason to know that. You're with Sayori and I. You can go first. That's to be nice. Good to hear. Natsuki, you and Antroid are together. Yes, we are, but what? But what are you? No, what am I? Don't have too much fun. Shut up! Monica giggles and walks off. Yuri, Monica, and Sayori sit down at the desks at the front of the room. Natsuki, meanwhile, walks over to me at the desks near the closet. Hey, gorgeous. Let's go inside the closet, maybe. Hey! How's your day been so far? Yeah, alright, I guess. Yeah. It's been alright. So, what book do you have? I found this really good series about a high schooler who's secretly a psychic. Really? Do you have it with you? Yeah, 1 sec. Natsuki rummage around her through her bag, then pulls out a familiar-looking manga. Oh gee, I've read this one before, it's really good. You get to the end, you get... No, what happens? I won't spoil anything, but I guarantee you're not gonna enjoy it. What, why? Does someone die or something? You'll see. What an asshole. I will do the same thing. No, of course no one dies, it's a comedy after all. It just ends on a big cliffhanger. Or rather ended on a big cliffhanger, it's been over for a couple months now. I'm still mad about it ending, but what can you do? Hey, are you paying attention? Huh, what? Natsuki scoffs. I said, do you have any of the other volumes I can borrow? I don't want to waste my money on manga. Money? Oh right, I almost forgot about my gift for Natsuki. Gee, I have a couple of them. But while we're on topic of money, I have something for you. Oh, I'm afraid. It's gonna be cringe as shit. I hope it works out. Ah, what are you talking about? 1 sec. Now that it's come to the me giving her the money part, I can see how she can take it as a real, like, pity dump. Not dump as in, like, I'm dumping her, but, like, dumping the money on her. Or, like, just being patronizing or something. Oh, maybe it was a trap. Maybe the whole... How big they made the thing that I'm gonna work and quit the club even. It almost seemed unavoidable, honestly. Considering it's a big decision. And maybe that was a trap making it like that, so that I would choose it just based on that. And now it's gonna be all crap. Oh boy. Well, I mean, that was genuinely my mistake. I cannot be mad at the protagonist unless he says something even dumber. Here, this is for you. Suspicious, Natsuki takes the envelope. Her face turns a whole new shade of red when she opens it. What the heck? Antroid? What? What do you mean, what? I can't. Oh, follow me. Natsuki stands up, grabs me by the arm, and drags me out the club room. Hey, wait, where are you guys going? Just give us a second. Alright. Antroid, what the fuck? What, it's a gift. 25,000 yen, where did you get this? Mom gave it to me. She always gives me money to buy food and stuff while she's away. But I want you to have it, you need it more. I can't take this, I just can't. Maybe the whole shop thing was not unavoidable, but perhaps always avoidable and like not actually obtainable. And she's gonna force me not to do it. Because I don't need it. I'm perfectly fine, I don't need money. Stop trying to help me for once, this is yours, not mine. The same surprise is an understanding. I mean, I expected her to be against taking it. Obviously, I wasn't expecting her to be like, oh, gimme, gimme. Okay, now he was though, because he's an idiot. Natsuki, please take it. What, the last time? I don't need it. When was the last time you had a full meal? Was it more than a week ago? Natsuki says nothing, instead opting for a meek nod. Jesus. You do see my point though, right? You see why I'm giving this to you? Yes. And why don't you want it? I don't deserve it. What? I don't deserve it, Antroid. Oh, if that's her angle, then we're just gonna be a sweet talker and convince her that she does deserve it, because A, everyone deserves something like that, the chance to like have a normal life, and B, she's been wonderful to us and been having a tough life, so she deserves this kind of more now to compensate. And C, because we love you so much. You've done so much for me and I haven't done anything for you in return. Your existence is enough, Natsuki. I can't, Antroid. Natsuki. Natsuki, it's not about deserving anything. Listen, I love you. I love spending time with you. Oh, the L word fell out, slipped out. Hearing about your day, cooking food with you, watching anime, discussing manga. All of that stuff seriously makes me the happiest guy in the world right now. I know you have problems at home, and I hate how I can't really help you much. I don't know how to deal with your dad, and I can't just stand sitting by. Obviously you cannot stand sitting, that's not how it works. Not doing anything to help you. You do help me though, dummy. Whenever I come over to your house, I can just forget about all the crap at home. That's not healthy, forgetting. That's video games, man, that's what they are for. Yes, but I want to do more. This money will help you guys. I just know it will. And all I want is to see you safe and happy. What did I do to deserve a lovable idiot like you? Oh, she's fine with it. We didn't fuck up. Who knows, huh? In opposite motion, Natsuki drops the envelope and wraps her arms around me. Oh, someone's gonna steal the shit out of it. I love you too, Antroid. this... for a brief moment I was kind of spooked because of PTSD from not actually playing, but, you know, watching enough of the main game. And by enough, I mean enough times where someone's this close, or when Natsuki is this close. Usually things don't go well in the base game, so I really thought this was gonna have like a scare. Thank you so much. Anything, anything for you, extra, Madame Leflower. Now, are you gonna take it? Yes. I know exactly what to do with it. Hire a hitman. Will it be okay though? Don't worry about me, I've got ways of supporting myself. Natsuki chuckles lightly. You sound like an actual adult. High school does it to you, I guess. You'll understand when you get out of kindergarten, baby. Yeah. Whoosh! Natsuki loosens her grip and pulls away from me. She picks up the banknotes off the floor and puts them back into the envelope. Right as she finishes, I hear the club door open. Natsuki, Antroid, you alright out here? What? Yes, we're fine. We're just talking about relationship stuff. At least before you interrupted us. Oh, sorry about that. I thought you two had a cough somewhere or something. Ooh, to smooch. Oh, oh. And it's like, oh. Well, I was just making sure it will die job. Come back in as soon as you're done. Oh yeah, I guess it means we should go back to the book talks. Yeah, probably. Well, come on, we don't have all day. Alright, alright. Right behind you. Oh. Okay. We're going for full 2 hours today. Fuck it. Oh. I close the door behind me, stopping the chilling night air from stealing the warmth from my house. I will genuinely have enjoyed the scene where we tell our boss that we're gonna work fuller time and see his reaction. But I guess they omit things like that because it's not the focus. But I love fluff like that, or just, you know, filler. I have never minded just like a slow pace and a bunch of filler, unless it's completely meaningless, like really meaningless. But that would have been just like a little example of an interaction, how it changed from how he initially was mad at us when we reveal Natsuki blah blah blah. Seeing work in my house. Throwing my work back onto the sofa, I collapse after it. It's well after 9 PM. I can't believe how long that took. Even talking is a strain, considering how dry my throat is. Relatable. Wow, the spoon is stuck enough so that it doesn't actually slide down when I tilt it. Good! But still I poked myself in the eye with it. If I could get up and walk to the kitchen, I would. Unfortunately, that doesn't appear to be an option for me right now. How is it even possible to be so busy? It's only a convenience store, for God's sake. I scream at the universe, cursing the cruel gods that laid this lot upon me. And I made him go through with it. I'm actually kind of curious. This might have been the right choice, but I'm kind of curious. If I get a good ending by some miracle, I'm gonna go back and choose the other choices, which I hadn't, for Natsuki, because I really want to see some of the other outcomes. Unfortunately, no one appears to be listening. I am listening here, brother. I should check my phone. Rolling over, I lazily unzip my bag and reach out for my cell phone. I also would have wanted to see how he told everyone else that he was quitting the club and getting a job and all that kind of shit. Crap, I've got like 6 missed messages. Not missed. Yeah, not mixed. Missed, rather. All from Natsuki. That's not good. Well, as I look through them, they seem innocent enough. Just seeing how my day was, how work went, etc. Do I know better? I think I know her well enough now to understand that she's missing me. Damn it, why can't I just be there for her? That's what I promised, isn't it? Invigorated, I start typing a response. Hey. Yeah, work went well. I got slammed and only just got home. She's probably asleep by now, so I won't hear back from her. But to my surprise, after only about a minute, my phone goes off. Wow, I hate this. I know I brought it on myself, but honestly, it's been over a week since I actually sat down and had the conversation with Natsuki. And, you know, with considering how well she took it, it still might have been a bad choice in the end, because I feel like with the Yuri route, when I made all the bad choices in the beginning, when I was, like, doing things instead of her, like, standing in for her in social situations, she took it pretty well, and then obviously it ended up being the wrong choice, which in retrospect it should have been more obvious, but, you know, I never know how to deal with these anime characters, damn it. The late nights mean we can't even text properly to keep in touch either. Never mind the fact that I just got sent the K of death, the O of destruction. I can't stop this feeling of loneliness. Couldn't he? I mean, I guess a convenience store doesn't get like full queues, does it? Or maybe it does, because surely you're allowed to have a phone at work and just text people between customers? Surely that's permissible. I sighed, dropping my phone to bounce off the sofa and thud onto the floor. Slowly I rise, trudging over to the kitchen. If I had the energy, I'd just go and visit her now. Even if that would get on her dad's nerves, I just don't care anymore. Well, I say that, but knowing what her dad's capable of. But I just want to see her, to know she's okay. Doing okay. I can't explain the feeling, it's like powerlessness, impotent rage. Yeah, that's it. I want to visit her, to see her, to feel my fingers run through that soft pink hair again. Which, probably the top one, hopefully. But most importantly, I want to tell her that I love her. Not over text, but to her face. I want to see her eyes light up for that split second after I tell her that she's cute, before she pouts at me. Damn it! After grabbing my glass of water, I look at the calendar I've hung on the refrigerator. My next day off is this weekend. I'll see what Natsuki's doing on Saturday. And as if to read my mind, my phone goes off from the living room. What are you doing Saturday? Funny you should ask that, lol. It's my day off, so I was hoping we could hang out. Yeah, sure, that sounds great. What did you want to do? The weather is nice this day, so maybe we could chill at the park or something? I mean, sure thing. My default idea for any sort of hangout with anyone is chilling at the forest or park, because I really don't do much else outside. Besides, you know, just walking around for fun or commuting to work. What time? 9. Jeez, that's early. Take it to see me, eh? Hello? Yes, actually. Yummy, Bucker. Alright, cool, see you there. See ya. Well, that's something to look forward to. Just gotta get through the next few days. 43 minutes. Okay. At long last, the day is finally here. I find myself throwing the covers off, waking up long before my alarm. Maybe 5:30 in the morning, but that won't stop me. 5:30, lightweight. Though I guess I kind of get up at 5:30 at on work days. Well, you know, sometimes earlier, sometimes at 5:30. I practically bounce into the shower, taking up extra time to soak and clean every part of my body. My breakfast is made in a flash, and I'm suited up, waiting on the couch. 6:15, still 3 hours before I see Natsuki for the first time in over a week. This is agony. I've been waiting for what seems like weeks. Time just refuses to move at a reasonable pace, I swear. Looking at my watch again, it is 6:20. I wonder what Natsuki did with the money. Would she mind if I were early? No, now is way too early. She's probably not even up yet. Or maybe she's as excited as I am. But she'd be texting me if that were the case. Maybe she has. So checking my phone for the third time in 30 seconds, I see nothing. Obviously. I couldn't help it. It's still well over an hour away, but here I am waiting at the meeting spot. I mean, why would she mind if I just waited there? I don't have to tell her that. There's still a small glimmer of hope in me that Natsuki will be here, but all I can do is wait. I wish you'd hurry up. A tap on my shoulder, almost seemingly in response to my comment, sends me whirling around. It's still an hour away, dummy! Natsuki! I break out into a grin that stretches from ear to ear, and the top of my head falls off, and I die at the end. I missed you, kid. I missed you too. So... since we're both here, want to start early? Might as well, it's not like I was gonna wait around for you or anything anyway. I had stuff I was gonna do beforehand, but that can wait. She says that, but she was probably planning on getting here before me. We started walking, headed for nowhere in particular. I know that place. I have so many questions I want to ask her, but I can't decide on which one to ask first. It feels like forever since I last had a conversation with my girlfriend. Luckily, I didn't have to decide. So, have you been keeping up at work? I can't help but chuckle. It's an odd question to lead off with, which just proves that she's as anxious as I am about today. Gee, I have been. The hours are pretty long, but I can't complain about the pay. The boss gave me a pay rise of 50 yen last week. He says I've been doing an awesome job, and is really happy with me. What about your work around the shop? Well, it's still hard to work with my dad, but I guess he's trying. I raise my eyebrows, prompting her to continue. I mean, he cooks food and makes sure there's stuff in the fridge now, so that's already way better than it used to be. How about what about the drinking and, well, the abuse? To be honest, I don't really know how well he's doing since he is not home for most of the time now. Wait, what? Is that bad? No, I don't mean it that way. He started going to AA meetings and usually sleeps over at his friend's house, so I only really see him at work. Oh, well, I mean, if the AA meetings are true and he actually goes to them, that's good, that's very good. But I don't know what's the point of sleeping over at his friend's house. Is he still drinking there? I can't see a good reason to sleep at his friend's house instead of home. Maybe he is afraid that he would go into a habit or return back to the habit and just like be bad to Natsuki, but surely that shouldn't happen if he's not drinking. Maybe he's not going to AA meetings and goes to his friends to drink. I don't know. Don't you guys talk in the shop though? I mean, we talk about superficial stuff when we're working. But like, how are we supposed to talk about all the stuff he did, you know? What are we gonna do? Chat about his alcoholism while checking out the customers? Hey, remember when you were so messed up that you beat me? By the way, which aisle is the toilet paper on again? When you say it like that, she snorts in derision. Using humor as a coping mechanism never fails, I guess. True. But what I mean is, do you guys ever have any serious conversation about it all? A strange expression passes over Natsuki's face. It's like she's visibly struggling to decide how she feels about her dad. Well, I don't know how we'd have a serious conversation, or at least how it'd start. You know what? It's better than all the mods out there which presumably go with our main character like going into a knife fight with her dad and just like fucking killing him or getting him arrested. I enjoy me some redemption stories even for people who seem irredeemable. I watched enough MLP to be like that. It's just too weird talking to him about hitting me and drinking and everything. To be fair, it's weird even questioning his authority to his face. I tried to talk about it once or twice, but I always felt like there was something stuck in my throat and stopped the words from coming out. That's a pretty normal reaction, I'd say. You think you'd consider some kind of family therapy with your dad, though? I don't know, maybe someday. Don't laugh, but I do miss the old days of being in a happy family. Loser! Hey, why would I laugh at that? Don't question it. This is all just really weird to talk about, okay? Okay, I get it. Just so you know, nothing I say is weird, within its context, that is. Yeah, so, feels like Natsuki's unraveling before my eyes. The way the current conversation topic is frazzling her. You good? We don't have to talk about this right now if you don't want to. It's fine. I'm in a venting mood now anyway. Well, if you say so, but like I said, you can stop talking at any time. You can stop talking anytime. I want some fucking peace and quiet. Okay, geez, I can handle just talking about this stuff. Anyway, what were we talking about again? I think you were saying something about the past. Oh yeah, that. It'd be nice to have a functional family again, but everything's obviously changed too much for it to be back the way it used to be. So therapy, well, maybe when my dad for sure has his drinking under control. You'll give it a definite maybe, huh? Yep, there's not much time for therapy right now anyway. We're both working and he has tons of stuff to work on still. Oh, you said he's staying somewhere else too, right? I assume it's because he doesn't want to hit you anymore? My prediction? Just looking to find a better headspace or something, which I'm happy about, of course. I have never in my life understood the concept of headspace. I guess I can kind of guess what it is, but I've never had to like deal with my headspace. To me, it's like fucking modern kids today, like Zoomers, can't even deal with simple stuff, have to go into headspace. But you know, her dad isn't a kid, but he's fictional. He was probably written by young people. Plus, it'd be great if he actually fixes anger management issues. And this is gonna sound really weird and sad. What's up? You know I won't judge. You tell me this, I'm gonna tell you about my fetishes. Or one of them, for now. You know, equal exchange. Natsuki sighs, but keeps talking anyway. I don't know, it's kind of freeing. Don't I have to live in fear that my dad's gonna come home? Damn, that is depressing to think about. But this is what Natsuki's been forced to deal with. The one place that should have been her sanctuary was instead her prison. I used to feel this cold spike shoot down my spine whenever I heard his keys jingling at the front door. Honestly, I wonder, that would not have changed if we hadn't given her the money. Maybe the idea that we should keep up the time for our relationship, maybe that was a trap. Man, I can't wait to find out whether that choice was the right one. I would say, again, thinking about it in meta sense, with Yuri, it was kind of working through her problems was the right choice, but you know, in a specific way. And yeah, it was two parts as far as I could tell. Being like assertive and having her try to like grow up in a social sense, and two, encouraging her friendship with Natsuki as much as possible so that she doesn't have to rely only on me. And so that kind of helped with Yuri's problem. Well, Natsuki's problem is not quite as much like psychological as it is literally her life situation, and this definitely seemed like the choice that would work towards helping her with her problem. Now with Sayori, that's gonna be fucking tough, because I have no idea how to deal with depressed people. Assuming she's gonna be as depressed. We'll see when that time comes. Yes, it was unrandom. Oh, I dread. Natsuki. Thanks for sharing all this. I love grim dark shit. I really care about you, and I'm happy that you feel comfortable enough to open up to me. Yeah, thanks. Like I said, I'm in a venting mood. What Natsuki's been telling me has all been hopeful news, and I'm really praying that her dad will keep receiving treatment. Honestly, this is just feels way more worth doing than the Yuri side. Maybe I'm just like, this is my biased perspective on them. Still, a part of me can't help but worry about him relapsing. Hey, you'll tell me if your dad gets worse again, right? Like if he stops going to AA meetings and stuff. Yeah, well, don't worry. If anything happens with him, his AA sponsor will probably get in contact with me too. Besides, the friend he's crashing with is keeping close tabs on him, so he'll probably stop my dad from doing anything too bad. Man, how does your dad still have a friend like that? He's an old family friend. He was actually my mom's friend first, so he doesn't want to see me get hurt. That's why he offered up his guest room when my dad asked. Dang, this is what support systems are for, I guess. Yeah, we're honestly really lucky. Well, I mean, considering the circumstances, relatively speaking, you are. Conversation peters out as we both digest everything that's happened in the last few months. You know, our mom died, our dad became an alcoholic, abusing his daughter, but overall we're pretty lucky. I mean, I know where she's coming from. I just, you know, because she's not real, she can't hear me, I just felt like making it, like, light of it a little bit. Speaking of friends, how's the club? To lighten the mood again, I elect to mention our friends, our own friends. It'd probably be a good change of pace for Natsuki to talk about more casual things. Actually, this is good. I was hoping to, like, maybe she'll tell us how they reacted and how they're adjusting, because everything's so different without me there. Well, Sarah's been showing up a little less. She's got a lot of schoolwork, apparently. Oof. That's news to me. What about Monica and Yuri? Yuri's been mostly the same, honestly. Still really stuck up. But she offered last week to help me with poetry if I show her what I've learned. She what? Help? That's kind of pretentious of her to offer to help with poetry. Yeah, it was weird, like, how? Now you admit that I'm better? Wait. That doesn't read like Yuri admitting Natsuki's better. Geez, tell it to someone who cares. No, Natsuki, I don't think that's what she... Ah, forget it. One day they might see eye to eye. Metaphorically, at least. Not physically, not without a box and... Hey, Antroid. Yeah. Are you gonna be able to come back to the club soon? She's looking at the ground. I can't see her expression, but I can guess. It won't be until next year, I don't think. I've got a real mountain of bills that are racking up. I thought so. Why, everything alright? I've been thinking about us, and about how you helped me. You've done so much for me, and I don't deserve any of it. I really don't. I don't even know why you like me. I'm selfish, and I'm all messed up, and I never say how I feel. And when I do try to be honest, I can't explain anything well. I wish I could be different, but... She finally looks at me. Her eyes shine with tears. I'm not. I'm just me. And I don't want to hurt you. Oh, she's gonna break up with us ahead of time, so she does want to hurt us. What are you saying, Natsuki? What do you think I'm saying, Antroid? If we continue like this, it's only going to end up hurting the both of us. I mean, I've already held you back enough as it is. Oh! You know how. You helped me every time I needed it. You comforted me. You even freaking gave me money to live off of. You gave me all I ever wanted. And what have I done for you? Nothing. Actually, worse than nothing. Don't tell me it's gonna be like... Making her feel like she's indebted to me was like the wrong choice, because that's bad. And what happened? Yeah, I read manga and baked with you. Stuff with you. But you also quit the club because of me. You had to stop doing stuff you liked so you could get a job for me. Honestly, if you dated someone like Sayori in the first place, you'd probably be happier. Heck, she'd be way more lovey-dovey and affectionate anyway. Not like how I'm always angry and jealous. Tell me I'm wrong, Andrew. Tell me that I didn't make you sacrifice so much of your life. Or it might be the first time in my life I'm truly, utterly speechless. Okay, I would assume, with my limited experience, that would be say, yes, it's true, but I also don't mind it because, believe it or not, I don't like view it as a sort of exchange of goods or services, and I don't care for what you think your qualities are, the bad ones. I love you as you are, and I want to help you, and it makes me happy, so please don't try to take it away from me. And, you know, this is going to be bad for both of us, because I'm doing it for you because I want to. And, still, you know, a temporary setback. It's going to work out in the end, eventually. But, you know, we both know we want to stay with each other, so don't be dramatic, like fucking, I don't know. It's always annoying to me, like, when stories of, like, two people who both would rather stay together, but then one of them is being all dramatic and finds some reason to break up because, like, of the... thinking too much. Ugh. I can't hear my eyes. Hear what? I can't hear my eyes. I can't turn my eyes. Reading. I can't tear my eyes away from Natsuki, who, despite the tears running down her face, makes no attempt to wipe them away. She's just standing there, waiting for my answer. Natsuki. I steel myself. This is do or die. Choice? I love you. I love you with all of my heart. You are my rock, and the person I treasure more than my own life. You have never and will never hold me back, because you are exactly what I strive to protect. Jesus Christ, that's a bit weird. I have never felt this way about anyone before, and I want to keep you close to me. I have been there for you because I care about you, no other reason. I don't care if you're jealous or dishonest or volatile or anything. None of that matters because you are perfect. I love you the way you are. I wouldn't change anything about you, not one thing. But I'm obviously not perfect. I'm a freaking victim of abuse and neglect. I know that I'm messed up. Actually, I'd be even more weird if I wasn't messed up at all. And that's probably why you feel like you need to protect me, right? Hey, that's not what I meant. Antroid, I don't want you to feel like you're my guardian angel or something. I don't want you to feel any obligation to protect me. I don't want to feel like a little kicked puppy myself. I was going like, good job, man. And now I realize his emphasis on protection is gonna, again, make her feel worse about it. Fuck, man. Don't get me wrong, I definitely appreciate everything you've done for me. What I don't want, though, is for you to save me. It's not healthy for either of us if you have a savior complex, and I have to start doing stuff on my own, because I get too dependent on you. Her words hit me like a freight train. Savior complex? Monica was talking about my supposed hair complex at one time, too. Did she actually read the writing on the wall? But why did Monica... She did advise me to help Natsuki, though. Can't we work on it together, though? You're right. I shouldn't be trying to save you. I mean, I should, but I can't help you along the way without doing that. But that's the problem. I don't want to end up relying on others all the time for protection. It's exactly like Yuri's thing. Was I supposed to let everyone just work their shit out on their own? What? And I don't want you to always live in fear that I guess, no, with Yuri I did not. I did also, like, do things to help her. But, you know, I guess that was an unfair remark. I did not let Yuri just work shit out on her own. I guess, like, I helped her indirectly. And force her to work shit out on her own. So do I have to force everyone to work shit out on their own? That's the better way to phrase it and more fair. I have to learn to be independent and stuff, and how to cope with things by myself. Natsuki, I get it, or as much as I can get this sort of thing. I just don't want to completely hang you out to dry. Honestly, like, at this point, we've helped her, we've set her up, given her a chance to, you know, get out of the mire, and now we can just stop helping her, but still hang out. Just so you know, I have never placed blame on you for anything. I do things for you because I love you, that's it. But even though you say that, I think I'll always feel indebted to you. Damn it. I'll always feel guilty, and I like owe you for everything. Look, here I go again, there I go again, making everything about me. I'll say this however many times you need to hear it. You don't owe me anything. Everything I've done has been of my own free will, just out of love for you. Even if you say that, I can't change how I feel about that easily, rather. That's exactly why I have to do this. Antroid, I need you to listen to me. Always. We haven't been talking, not for a long time. I know. So I think it would be healthy if we took a step back. Now that we've put everything out there, now that you know how I feel, and how I know you feel. I mean, if she's talking about taking some time apart, I know that always sounds like, oh, there we go, but maybe it's going to work. Then I think we need some time apart to focus on ourselves, and our work situations are giving us the perfect opportunity to do that. Like, I mean, again, I don't know if this is a thing that never goes well, but if it's not gonna lead us drifting apart, maybe it will be a good thing. Like, I obviously, like, my character is attached to her so much, he probably would have a really hard time accepting it. But I, as a sort of like indifferent, mildly indifferent observer, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna put him through this. This is a sacrifice I'm willing for you to make, my main character, man. Oh, okay, if you think it's best. As much as I hate to say it, she's right. When did she get so much more mature than me? I can't fathom what she's going through right now, and if she needs to take time to figure it out herself, who am I to force myself into her problems? Honestly, like, my initial idea, she said she loves me, but if a little time apart is gonna make us drift apart, maybe there was no real love to begin with. Like, what if I went to the army? Will she not be able to wait for me then? I feel like that's something, honestly, like, not everyone goes to the army, obviously, and not everywhere, but I've been not raised, but like, over my life, I've kind of absorbed the idea that that's a normal thing to expect, is that maybe you might have to go for like a year or two to the army, and that's a normal thing to expect if you have a girlfriend or wife, that she will wait for you, and be able to, you know, that a relationship should survive being apart for a year or two. That's the better way to phrase it. And we're not going to be apart for a year, probably until we can have more time together next year at school. That should be maybe more than necessary. Like, my mother is going to come back, and she's going to give me more money, and I can stop working then. Though I don't know. I don't expect the character or the storyline to account for that. That I only need to work until mom's next donation. Besides, she's also right in saying that we haven't even been talking much lately. But can we agree that this is just a break until we've sorted out our personal stuff and our work schedules realign? Yeah. There's one thing I want to say first. What's that? Antroid, I love you. Please don't forget that. And with those parting words, he turns away. Okay, you know what? I get how my character is supposed to feel, but I'm fine that this was probably the best it could have gone. Genuinely, I see all her points, and I agree with them. I'm left to stare at her back as she heads home. All I wanted was to see her again, and now it may be a long time before I get a chance to talk to her again. I mean, surely you can talk in school a little bit. In school. And there is that. Okay, I think that's a good time to stop, because I want to know where it'll go from here, but it's also just over 2 hours, and this is a big kind of like turning point kind of event, and thus makes a good time to stop. So I'm not going to stream tomorrow because I took like a double short stream today, By double short, I mean 2 short streams, kind of like in one, not twice as short as it could have been. Because last week I did 2 hour-long streams, 2 1-hour-long streams, I think, one after another. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to do my Haiti homework and stream Haiti on Friday and Jin on the Saturday. So yeah, with that, stopping now. And look at it, 0 dropped frames. How about that? Maybe I should just stream on the weekdays when Twitch is presumably less busy.